Hi guys, it's Friday, or will be Friday when you're watching this. For those that didn't see, today is clearly not a live drawing. I have to actually work, so we are going to do a little dog doodle page. You can do this at your leisure, whenever you like. On all doodle pages, I just keep them in ink, and I draw them just straight from pen. I don't start with pencil and then erase. I just go straight to pen. If that makes you nervous, if you're still not very comfortable with that, then go ahead and get yourself a pencil. You'll just kind of go through the steps twice. You'll draw it first on your own or with me with your pencil, and then on your own, you'll go over it and outline it and color it and all that good stuff. So let's get started with this. I really kind of felt like we could do a couple different kinds of dogs, and I am going to go ahead and start with my dog. So I'm going to do a Frenchie. So I'm going to start with just a little line going across for the top of the head, and then I want those kind of pointy ears. So on each side, I'm just doing this kind of triangular shape. And then on the outside of it, it will kind of curve in a bit. So I don't do just the perfect point because to me that looks more like a cat ear. So I do a little bit of curve along that outside line. And then a very boxy shaped face. So we have really kind of a curved square and then these little ears. You can do a little line inside for the interior portion of the ear. And now let's break up that face to give it a little more of a Frenchie look. So I'm going to take a line and I'm going to come down a little bit left of center and then have it curve out, and then down on this side and have it curve out. I'm establishing that like nose shape. And then here in the inside, I'm going to do a little upside down triangle. I can go ahead and color that in black. And then there'll be a line that curves down on each side. So you end up giving yourself these kind of like jowls, and then you have this little tiny line in the middle here where the mouth would be. And then on each side, and you're not going to put the eyes like up here, you're actually going to put them kind of off to the side over here. So I'm going to put a circle here and a circle here. And then I'm going to have a curved line going along this left edge in each eye. And then I'm going to leave a little circle of light inside that eye and color the rest of it. And you could do things like give him some little, the little cheek freckles. You could give him some whiskers if you want. Let's give him a little collar. So I'm going to do a little shape that just follows the shape of the face. And then let's do a little tag hanging from that collar. Now you could make this bigger and actually write a name in it, or you could do like a bone shape and write a name in it. And then now to do the funny little body, I'm going to have a line that comes out and curves down. And then in the front here, it's almost going to come straight down. And you'll just have the slightest curve for the foot. Like, see how it just barely curves right here? And give yourself a little paw, round it out. Give a big barrel chest. Another paw. And then an arch for that back area. And then the rest of his little paw back here. And then we'll do one more that's living in the background. So you kind of have these two big front paws and then this like the two skinny paws in the back. We'll give him a little tail. Frenchies typically don't have too big of tails. And then if you wanted to, you could even do something cute like put him in a shirt. So let's put a little line across these two paws. And then I'm going to put a little line across the back here. And then let's give his shirt diagonal stripes. You could make his shirt polka dot. You could make his shirt say something, or you could do no shirt at all and just have your dog colored however you like. And there we go. That's our cute little Frenchie in his shirt. Now, in that same kind of family, let's do, in the flat face family, let's do a pug. So I am going to draw a little hot dog tip, right? The body will be somewhat similar to this Frenchie, but I'm going to just close this off right here first. We'll make this the collar. So we have the tip of his head and his collar in there for now. Let's do that upside down triangle nose, and we're going to do it kind of higher on the face. I'm going to color this in black as well. And then this guy, I want a little bit more exaggeration in those like hanging jowls. So I'm going to draw those around and then connect him back up at the top of his nose. So see, I come out just a little bit around and then connect up at the top of his nose. And then again, I can give him those little freckles. I could give him a couple little whiskers in there. His eyes, I almost want them touching this part of his nose. So you're just building that circle right off of those jowls. He almost looks like a seal, huh? Like a baby seal. Let's close this off for the bottom lip. You could even do a couple little freckles down there and a couple little chin hairs. And then we'll do another curved line here, curved line here. And we'll color this in, but leave a little circle of light inside. Totally looks like a seal. But hey, now you know how to draw the start of a seal, because you could just give a seal body instead. And then for the ears, his ears for the pug, you're going to come out on each side. They don't have to be perfectly even, because ears typically aren't. And then they'll come down to a little curved point and back up. Down to a little curved point and back up. And then I'm going to color these in. Sometimes you'll see in doodles too, this coloring in black where it's not quite all colored in. Charles Schultz did that a lot. So it would be something like that. See the difference? Like here it's colored solid, here it isn't. Snoopy's ears were always like that. So that's always another option. You don't always have to color things in completely. Let's give this guy a little tag. I'm going to make this tag a heart. My pen is starting to fray since I'm coloring in so much. And then this front of the chest, we're going to come out a little bit more and in, down, and then round out for that paw. Not as big of a barrel chest here. We're just going to do a smaller line for the chest. Repeat that foot shape. Come up. We'll do a much longer belly than we had for the Frenchie. And then this leg, I'm going to have it come into the body and down and around and up. And then the other one we'll just put back here in the background. We'll have this tail be connected, and maybe we'll make it a little bit curly. And then we'll bring the back up to the neck. And then we have more of our little kind of pug dog. Let's give him some wrinkles above his face. And there we go. Pretty cute. Okay. Now, in a completely different look of dog, we've drawn this dog before, but we're going to really exaggerate it here. So where do I want to put it? I'm going to put it kind of right here in the middle. So I'm going to curve forward to a point and then bring it down. Looks a little funny right there. This will come around. We're going to put that ear. We can put a collar in here. Let's do a fatter collar. It'll come through on the other side. Do that little tip of the nose black. Get a little smile. I want a little bit of ear. Since this ear hangs so long here, I want a little ear back here. I would see the other side of his ear. And then here is where we are going to super exaggerate this dog. We're going to bring this way back here. Start to curve it down. Let's give him a little tail. Down to just kind of a pointed foot and up. So there's foot number one. His other foot will be back here. And then we'll just go from this side. So we're going to kind of barrel chest him a bit. Come down into another of those little kind of pointed feet. And now this line you can take all the way back for your super exaggerated little weenie dog. And then let's put another leg in here. And give him a spot on his belly. And give him an eye. Draw a little oval. Let's do a curve there. And then let's do a circle of light towards the front so he's looking forward. And that's our little Wiener Dog. Kind of funny and cute and very long and exaggerated. All right, let's see what's next. Let's do a more of a Chihuahua looking dog. So we'll make this guy kind of small. Put him down here in the corner. And I'm just going to draw a circle shape. It's not a very perfect circle, but that's okay. And then what I really want to accentuate on the Chihuahua are those ears. So I'm going to give him really big ears. In fact, this is almost going to look like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh when you're just starting this outline. We can do a little line here for the like inner ear line. Put a little upside down nose, that upside down triangle, color it in. I'll leave just a little bit of that one white. And then we're just going to give this guy a little bit of cheeks. And eyes. And his eyes, I'm just going to color completely in except for that little circle of white light. I'm not going to add like that other extra little line in for the eye. And then let's give him a little collar up here at the top. And then the neck, we're going to come down and around. Give a little foot. His other little foot, I'm kind of running into my table here. And then from the front, we'll barrel chest him a bit, which just means curving out and then curving back down. A little foot. This other little foot will be almost right next to it. Not much space there. And then we'll take this line to that leg. Give him that pointed tail. And there you have our little funny Chihuahua. Let's give him a tag. Let's give this guy a tag too. I kind of like them when they have some sort of little tag on them. We'll make this one squared. So 3 dogs so far. Let's see, what other style should we do? Let's do a poodle. So here, I'm going to start with a poof. And I'm just going to do almost like you were drawing a cloud. Just rough edge circle. And then coming out of that circle, I'm going to have a curve that comes out to a point and then comes back down. I'm going to draw an ear first. So this hanging ear right here. And then I can bring this face to where the ear is. Let's draw a little black nose on the tip, just a little circle. And we can put the eye actually even coming out from that little puff. So just a little curved line there in the puff. I think I'll add another little line there and then color it in. You could even give your poodle some lashes. And now you're going to add another puff. So this puff is going to be bigger. This is really kind of the front body of the poodle. And you're just doing another puff around to the face. The back is going to come out of this puff. It's going to come up and then a puff here. This is the tip of the tail. Continue this line for that tail. And then down for that back leg, and we have another puff. And then you can just have the little foot coming off of it. And this can come up and into the puff here. And then you'll put another puff leg coming off the back. So you have your two legs here, first leg, second leg, and you could do things like do little toes, you know, if you want to do those little toe marks on the dogs. You kind of didn't do that at first, but it does give you a little bit more detail in the feet. You don't have to do them in all of them. Like, I definitely wouldn't put them in the little Chihuahua. Now for the front, you're really just kind of doing the same thing. You're going to have a line coming down, puff, foot, and then this one, just kind of building off of that, foot. And there's your poodle. We're really not going to have any kind of collar because you kind of wouldn't see it in this puff. But you could do something like, you could put a little like flower or a bow. You always see dogs wearing, you know, bows after they've gone to the groomer. So you could do something like that in your poodle if you didn't want to do the flower. Now, we will do, let's see, let's fit one more dog in, and then we are going to switch it up and add some other like dog type of things. So I can't even think of, this might be more like a Westie, I would say, or some sort of terrier. So I'm going to do a line that comes down, start with the back of the head, and then a little petal-shaped ear. Come forward, and I'm going to do some little zigzag fur, and then come straight down. Put a little circle for the nose. Another little petal ear lives back here on the back of the dog. And then from the front of the nose, you're going to do a curve line forward. And then from this point to this, you're going to connect it with zigzag. Just like that. So you have that kind of like terrier face. Let's do a long oval eye. Just like so. I'll put a little collar on this guy, just right up in that little zigzag, not much of it going on there. And then let's do a line down for the chest. On the back, we're going to just curve down. And then I'm going to put some fur here again. So I'm going to do these zigzags. A little bit on the back of the butt, and then come forward, hump around for the foot, and come back up. We have our other foot that lives right here. So back feet. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to zigzag all the way to this front. Zig, 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 zig. And then I'll put the paws coming off of this. So this is the one behind And this is actually the one in front that you draw the whole leg of. And then we can do a tail, curve your line, and then let's do zigzag down the back of this tail. And you could put like a little coat on him. So you would just draw like a little oval here. And then trim it. And then let's put a little strap. And then let's make this look more like it's plaid. Now you can do other things like, you know, humanize your dogs even more. You could put little hats on them. You could put more outfits on the dogs. You can kind of be a little bit silly with them. You could definitely put them on leashes. But what I would now do, you know, we've got a decent amount of dogs here. 3, 4, 6 on the page. And now let's just kind of fill the space with some other things. So I am going to do some bone shapes. So I'm going to start with 2 lines that are about the same length as each other. And then this line will curve around to about the middle. And then it's going to curve around to about the middle on the other side. And then you end up with that bone shape. So curve to the center, curve to the center, connect it, and you have your bone. And you could write something, you know, dog treat or whatever brand of dog treat maybe you buy, or you could just do like a little border inside of this if you just wanted to add some more detail. That. You could have one of them, you know, kind of having like a little thought bubble. And then just write woof. Inside. You could draw, we did one of these just the other day, but dogs are known for peeing on things. So let's do a dome, like a half circle, put a little rectangle on top, 2 lines coming down, curve this a bit, have a line coming out, down and curved, put a circle in the center with another circle inside, and then you can have your side parts of the fire hydrant, 2 little lines, a line that connects that's a little bit bigger, and then it curves around, put some lines through it. They're not really striped so much as they're like textured. Lines here. Have your little fire hydrant. You could do something like maybe you draw an oval with just a little ledge on the sides and then bring that around. I would put another oval on the inside of that. Little lines coming down. And then maybe this is a frisbee. So see how just adding that little action line makes it look like it's now something flying through the air. You can put, let's come right down here. You could do a dog dish. So I'm going to do 2 lines, curved line down. And I don't want to do the curved line completely in the back because I want food inside my dog dish. So I'm going to draw little food shapes. And then do my little line. Bring this across. And then a little ledge on the bottom. Oh, and you could write your dog's name on here. I'll write mine. Pepper. And since we have a food bowl, let's have a water bowl. So kind of the same thing. I'll put a water bowl over here. I'm going to do the same thing, really. I'm going to draw 2 lines. This time I'm going to draw the whole thing, so curve down and then oval it back around. You'll do a little wave line, you know, like waves in the ocean. Line across, make that little bottom. You can write water, or I'm just going to write H2O. And then you can draw some little splashes out of it. So you kind of get more of a water look in there. And then, of course, you can't really have a dog drawing without some paws. So this would be a good thing to just put all over, is drawing paws of various sizes. So I just start with kind of not quite a circle. It's a little bit more oval. And again, I color these in. You don't have to color them into, and they definitely don't have to be colored black. And then you're just going to do your 4 paws. So I'm going to have 2. I start with the top 2 and then work the other 2 in off of those. Let's do another one. Right below it. This one I'm just kind of not putting the circle, I'm just kind of coloring it in all at the same time. Put my 2 paws here. And then my other fingers off to the side. And so you could have even paw marks like walking all over the page. Let's give the dogs a ball. Let's draw just a circle, as best of a circle as you can do. And then in that circle, just do these little dashed lines, 2 going this way. I mean, 1 going this way and 1 going this way. And then you end up looking like a tennis ball with just those little dashes. And once you color that in yellow, it'll look just like a tennis ball. You could do things like a bone. So let's get fancy with a bone. Let's put another line, the bottom part of my bone. And then the top part, let's do a line here and a line here. Okay. I know that seems funny, like why is she leaving portion in the middle? Let's do our two little bumps on the end. And then here, let's do teeth bites. So you just do wavy little curves, and it looks like a dog took a bite out of the bone. You can write the dog name. So maybe you write Frenchie, you know, Scottish Terrier, or maybe you end up making this more of a Westie, Pug, Wiener Dog. You could write other things like, let's do bark. We have woof inside that thought bubble. Bark. You could write like good dog. You could write something like fetch, maybe by the frisbee. That would make sense, right? Or you could put it over by the tennis ball. You could draw other dog toys. Maybe your dog has like a specific dog toy it likes to wear. You could add that in. And then the last little silly idea is one thing we all have to deal with when we have dogs is we all have to pick up their poop. So I'm going to draw a little curved, wavy blob. Another little curved, wavy blob that's a little smaller. And then one that comes to a little point, you know, might just be ice cream, but I'm going to do stinky lines from it. And I'm going to draw little flies. So a little dot and then two little ovals, and it'll give it that look of flies. And then you could write something like clean up after your dog or something silly like that. I don't know. You could also draw a dog house. There's lots of other little things that you could add to this. You could definitely add hearts. Hearts would fit on this too. But that gives you a nice little dog doodle page. If maybe you don't want to do a full doodle page, maybe you just have like a wiener dog or you have a poodle and you just want to focus on that one dog and draw it really big, you could definitely do that. So make it your own. I can't wait to see what you come up with. I will load this into the group at some point tomorrow or this weekend. Well, it's Thursday night, guys, but pretend it's Friday. So I will load it sometime on Friday or Saturday for those that just want to color it in. I know a lot of you have been posting your colored in versions that you do over the weekend. I love it. You don't have to just post the things we draw. You can also post things that you color. And again, just remember to post. So there is no sip and draw this Saturday. I will see you all back here again on Wednesday for a live drawing. Thank you so much and happy drawing.